Hey guys, welcome back to the Parkerverse. This week, joining our ever-growing collection of Demon Slayer home screen setups with a score of over 380, I bring you guys an Urban Tanjiro. This is going to be another one in my series on how to customize your home screen like a pro. A series where I show you how you can easily and quickly get these stunning minimalistic setups on your Android phones. So if you haven't already, make sure you check out the previous episodes. And following that format, I'm going to show you how you can take a basic home screen setup and turn it into something like this. But before we get started, if you like this video and want to see more just like this, make sure you like and subscribe to help support the channel. And don't forget to submit your live wallpaper and home screen requests right from within the Epic Live Wallpaper app. Just head to the live section and then click on the request button. And remember to boost your favorite ones using both the heart and the booster buttons here. So here he is, a moonlit Tanjiro posing for us in some light snow. With this setup, I thought we'll lean into all of the greens of the wallpaper. Starting at the bottom with a vibrant icon pack on a black backdrop, which matches perfectly with our date and weather indicator at the top of the screen. And between the two, neon green app shortcuts, programmable to any of your favorite apps. This setup will be running Nova Launcher using Kwgt widgets, and to complete the look, I'll be using the Hex installer for system-wide customization. The link for these and everything else that you're going to need are going to be in the description below. Now, as a quick note, if you want that full screen edge-to-edge look for your home screen setup without those ugly signal bars, then make sure you disable the notification bar within Nova Launcher settings. And to get this comfy icon layout, make sure to head to Nova's home screen settings and change the grid size to 5 across and 10 down. And to really clean up your home screen, I highly recommend you turn off icon labels and increase your icon size. Now for our app dock, we want to start by first making sure that it's enabled, and then within the dock background, starting from the top, we want to change the color to black using the color picker, after which we're going to set the transparency to 12% as well as enabling the padding option. And finally here, we want to make sure that we set the cornering to squarical at 70%. Now still within the dock settings, we want to remove the icon labels. For this, simply turn off the label option within the icon layout. And finally, for the dock, we want to max out its padding options. Now that we have that out the way, the icon pack that we're using in this setup to give us this vibrant atomic green look is the terminal pack. Just simply head to Nova's look and feel section and set the pack as your system icons. And before we go any further, make sure you grab this unique wallpaper from my very own custom creation app. Just simply head to the live video section and you'll find it there. And remember, if you have any wallpaper suggestions of your own, make sure to let me know from right within the app itself and boost the ones that you want to see next. Next up, these awesome Kwgt widgets. But before we get into them, we need to make sure that we enable widget overlapping. You can find this at the bottom of Nova Launcher's home screen section. Just simply make sure to enable both of these options here. Now that we have that out the way, the first widget of the setup, this black and green date, time and weather indicator, courtesy of the minimal Kwgt pack, is widget 21. So let's start by loading in the Kwgt layout to our home screen, and then we want to resize it so it looks something like this. Now with this widget, all we're going to do is simply adjust its size. For this, we're simply going to head to the layer tab, and using the tick boxes, we want to select scale and then click on the calculator button in the top right corner, after which play around with the scale settings here. However, for my screen, this default size is perfect. Now for the second widget of the setup, these neon green shortcut buttons, the base of which is yet another widget from the minimal pack, this time widget 70. So, just like we did in the first widget, simply load in a new Kwgt layout to your home screen and then resize it so it slightly overlaps the first. Now just like before, we want to head into the layer tab and adjust its size This time, we're aiming to get the width of this widget similar to that of our date and weather indicator. For me, that was around the 111 mark. Now once you're done, let's move on to changing the widget's color. For this, instead of going into each individual item of the widget and changing the color that way, as a quick workaround, we're instead going to add in a new shape item. Head into it and then start maxing out its size so it fills up all of our canvas. After this, using the paint tab, simply apply the color code on screen. And finally, change its filter from normal to multiply, applying our custom color to all of the layers. Now that that's sorted, let's look at replacing those default buttons with our own custom ones. So within this stack group, you're going to find multiple overlap groups, one group for each of the buttons. So as you probably guessed, for each one that you want to replace, you're going to have to do the following steps. First, head into its overlay group and then its subsequent stack group that's held within. Now here, you'll find the button's text element as well as the app icon. So let's start by first replacing the text element with our own app name. For my home screen, I'll be using Facebook. Just simply type it in here. After which, when it comes to the app icons, just simply tap here and you can use any from the list or even search for specific ones. Now when it comes to actually linking the button to the app, just simply head back up, but while still within the buttons overlay group, we want to head into the touch tab and assign the action here, replacing the default app with our own custom one. And once done, we're going to repeat these steps for the rest of the buttons. So starting once more with editing the text item, followed by updating the app icon, and finally linking our new app via the touch tab. And once you're done altering all of the buttons that you want to change, as a final tweak to help you with aligning both the first and this widget within the first stack group, head over to the positioning tab and move all of the widget a little to the right. And wrapping up this setup, we're using Hex Installer. This is going to give you a nice AMOLED friendly black backdrop with the colors of the theme splashed across the whole system, including the notification panel. Just use the color codes that I'm showing on screen. And alternatively, you can get a similar result using the app OneShade. If you like this video and want to see more just like this, make sure you like and subscribe to help support the channel. And if you have any theme suggestions or requests, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. See you next time on Into the Parkerverse.